Sovereign Infotech presents you interesting facts of seas and ocean. The world oceans implies the large water bodies of the world, namely, the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and Arctic, as well as the Antarctic oceans where we find icebergs. Smaller seas are separated from the oceans by island chains or underwater ridges, which are called bordering seas. These include the North Sea, the Baltic Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Caribbean Sea. The bordering seas and the oceans have some common features, both contain salty water and restless seabeds, but there are also differences in the variety of plants and animals living in them and the storm tides. The tides that lash the coast of the North Sea are hardly found along the Pacific coast. What does the seabed look like? The seabed is that area of the earth which has been researched the least. However, we know through sound wave technology that there are deep valleys, high mountain range, steep slopes, and flat region on the seabed. We also know that the seabed undergoes continuous changes, underwater volcanic mountain ridges from a place where two tectonic plates always from each other, and their ridges grow every by a few centimeters. Generally, the bed of the flat seas, such as the coral reefs, is densely populated with plant and animals. In contrast, the deeper region in the seabed are often covered by a layer of sand, dust, and dead organism from the rivers, which is several hundred meters thick. Which animals and plants live in the tropical seas? The tropical seas, with their colorful coral reefs, are one of the most conspicuous habitats of the world. The bizarre shaped coral reefs provide home to many colorful fish, snails, sea urchins, prawns, and shells. Further, inhabitants are also present in the water: sea turtles, whose armor is flatter than that of the land turtles, hammerhead sharks with their hammer shaped broad head, and some other animals that are even more dangerous than sharks. How is salt formed in the sea? When rain falls on the ground and seeps below it, it washes away substance from the soil and rocks. It carries this substance into the river and the sea. You can read the name of this substance on the label of a bottom of mineral water. River water contains only a little salt, about 1 gram L, where the salt content of the sea is much higher, about 35 grams L on an average. The reason is that the salt it remains in the sea. Although the river continue to deposit new salt, the seas do not become over salty because animals and plants in the sea absorb the salts in their bodies. When they die, they sink to the seabed and decompose into sediment. Black smoker or deep sea vent is a type of hydrothermal vent found on the seabed, typically in the Batial zone, with largest frequency in depths from 2,500 meters to 3,000 meters, but also in the lesser depths as well as deeper in abyssal zone. They appear as black chimney-like structures that emit a cloud of black material. Oceans. 1. The Pacific Ocean, the largest of the oceans, also reaches northward from the Southern Ocean to the Arctic Ocean. It spans the gap between Australia and Asia and the Americas. The Pacific Ocean meets the Atlantic Ocean south of South America at Cape Horn. 2. The Atlantic Ocean, the second largest, extends from the Southern Ocean between the Americas and Africa and Europe to the Arctic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean meets the Indian Ocean south of Africa at Cape Agulhas. 3. The Indian Ocean, the third largest, extends northward from the Southern Ocean to India, the Arabian Peninsula, and Southeast Asia in Asia, and between Africa in the west and Australia in the east. The Indian Ocean joins the Pacific Ocean to the east, near Australia. 4. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest of the five. It joins the Atlantic Ocean near Greenland and Iceland and joins the Pacific Ocean at the Bering Strait. It overlays the North Pole, touching North America in the Western Hemisphere and Scandinavia and Siberia in the Eastern Hemisphere. The Arctic Ocean is partially covered in sea ice, the extent of which varies according to the season. 5. The Southern Ocean is a proposed ocean surrounding Antarctica, dominated by the Antarctic Circumpolar Current, generally the ocean south of 60 degrees south latitude. The Southern Ocean is partially covered in sea ice, the extent of which varies according to the season. The Southern Ocean is the second smallest of the five named oceans. The North Sea is a sea of the Atlantic Ocean located between Great Britain, England and Scotland, Denmark, Norway, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium and France. An epeiric or shelf sea on the European continental shelf, it connects to the ocean through the English Channel in the south and the Norwegian Sea in the north. It is more than 970 kilometers, 600 miles, long and 580 kilometers, 360 miles, wide with an area of 570,000 square kilometers, 220,000 square miles. The Baltic Sea is an arm of the Atlantic Ocean, enclosed by Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, Sweden, Northeast Germany, Poland, Russia and the North and Central European location Europe coordinates 58 degrees north 20 degrees east, slightly east of the north tip of Gotland Island, type C primary inflows Dogava, Kemijoki, Namen, Nemunas, Neva, Oder, Vistula, Lule, Narva, Tona primary outflows the Danish Straits catchment area 1,641,650 square kilometers, 633,840 square miles. The Mediterranean Sea is a sea connected to the Atlantic Ocean, surrounded by the Mediterranean basin and almost completely enclosed by land, on the north by southern Europe and Anatolia, on the south by North Africa, and on the east by the Levant. Although the sea is sometimes considered a part of the Atlantic Ocean, it is usually referred to as a separate body of water. Geological evidence indicates that around 5.9 million years ago, the Mediterranean was cut off from the Atlantic and was partly or completely desiccated over a period of some 600,000 years during the Messinian salinity crisis before being refilled by the Zanclean flood about 5.3 million years ago. The Caribbean Sea, Spanish, Mar Caribe, French, Mer des Caraïbes, Haitian Creole, Lame Caraïbe, Jamaican Patois, Caribbean Sea, Dutch, Caribescesi, Papiamento, Laman Caribe, is an American Mediterranean Sea of the Atlantic Ocean in the tropics of the Western Hemisphere. It is bounded by Mexico and Central America to the west and southwest, to the north by the Greater Antilles starting with Cuba, to the east by the Lesser Antilles, and to the south by the north coast of South America. Surface area 2,754,000 square kilometers, 1,063,000 square miles, max depth 7,686 meters, 25,217 feet. Thanks for watching our video. Please like and subscribe our video.